One of the things that I want to really work on in the upcoming week is to stay extremely more disciplined with workouts and, hit it much harder than I thought was possible. Because a lot of times with working out, we tend to look for the physical results of working out, which are great. It's good, no doubt. Physical results in fitness are great, but the mental results are what are just life-changing on another level. Like last week, I was doing a workout with R3 Boxing in Poway. That's the boxing gym that I just signed up at. And last week was my second week. And the class is just nuts. You're basically redlining your maximum, like the highest intensity for 30 minutes, like a 60-second break, and then another 30 minutes, super high intensity, hitting the bag, hitting mitts, doing push-ups, sit-ups, burpees, abs, everything. It's a good workout. But when I was halfway through the workout, just when we hit the halfway point, I kind of hit a new level where I was like, whoa, when you're totally exhausted and you're dead, beat, tired, like you can't even breathe properly, you're struggling to take just one more step, that's when the work really begins. So if we apply that same mentality to any of our projects that we're working on, or anything, whatever it is, at work, we have a project at work, we have a school project, whatever it is. A lot of times, I am the biggest offender of this, and that is accomplishing a little bit and, putting in some time, putting in some effort, a decent amount of time and effort. Maybe, there have only been a few times in life where I've put that type of effort in to exhaustion, to a point where you feel exhausted and you feel almost burned out. But at the same time, there is a sweet spot before the feeling of getting burned out, because being burned out is never a good thing, work-wise, for, health-wise, in any kind of way. Burned out is a different level. To me, being burned out is different than being, slightly exhausted. You can be exhausted, for a decent amount of time in a workout, for example, and then not be burned out. Burned out, to me, would be, for the simple example of fitness, to me, being burned out would be having a extremely high intensity type of workout every day of the week. That could lead to burnout, because there's no rest built in. But on a micro level, on a daily basis, if the one workout that you're hitting, one of the 2 or 3 times you're working out that week, if you are going all the way to the wall, like all out, until you're basically, in a position where you might throw up or you might pass out, just you push yourself far beyond what you thought was possible, and then you have a day or two to recover from it, then that could make you, the workout might have left you feeling exhausted, but at the end of the week, you're not really feeling burned out because you put in the appropriate rest time. So at the same time, that's the same mistake I've been making as far as music production, because when you're, of course, juggling work and music, at times you might have more time for music and other times less time for music, just because that's not paying the bills, unfortunately, yet, at least. We'll keep it positive. So one of the things is that you can still be exhausted on a daily basis, like on a 24-hour or a 36-hour work run. I mean, like a workathon. You might even end up skipping your workouts during that time. But let's say there's a single project that needs a heavy push. Maybe building a website, maybe writing a book, maybe making an album, anything like that. it does require this exhaustive kind of a push, and with still the opportunity to back off before reaching burnout. So everybody's different, and whatever that goal is will probably require a different type of intensity also, and length of time. But listening to the 4-hour work week earlier this week, I was also listening to Tim Ferriss talk about how he had a project for one of his college courses, and something fell through at the last minute. I think he was actually interviewing a record label executive, and the interview fell through at the last minute. I think he had the whole few months to finish this paper. Anyways, it fell through. He had to find another person to interview and write a 30-page paper in I think it was like 2 days or something like that. So he did like 90 days worth of work in 2 days, but he was exhausted from it because he worked for like 36 hours probably straight, like didn't go to sleep or anything. But at the same time, that's 3 months worth of work that got done in I think I had something on my cheek. That's 3 months worth of work that got done in 48 hours. And I just feel like that's something that we can all maybe apply in certain areas. I know for sure I can, because while I've been improving my wake up time, it does leave me a little bit more. I'm tired by the end of the day, like extremely tired sometimes, to the point of like by 9 o'clock I'm ready to go to sleep. But I think there might be still like an hour back there. Like, it doesn't need to be anything huge to even get the ball rolling. Even just an hour on the back end of every day. I mean, when I really look at it after finishing dinner, to be honest, a lot of times, yeah, I might eat dinner and then I might sit there and, watch Shark Tank with my folks or something like that and just kick back. But that hour, can be used towards whatever that next project is, and then get the ball rolling. Once some momentum is picked up, then maybe start throwing in a couple of days a week of like a 48-hour, assault on a project, or 36-hour assault on a project, or it might be a 90-day assault on a project. There's just no telling how long. It could be 6 months, it could be a decade, of an assault. But the point is to basically take it to the red line without burning out. In everything to get to the next level. That's just what I'm telling myself, is take it to the red line. Push yourself beyond what you thought is possible, because nobody out there is going to personally push you except for yourself, because the truth is that most people, they don't care. They're more concerned about other things in life, whatever those might be. But if you are somebody who's really going after something aggressively because you want it, you're not doing it for anybody else, but you're doing it for yourself and, for your family and the people around you, and it's something good, then you need to make that make yourself accountable and hold that pressure to yourself. And I say this only because I'm going through the same thing right now. I feel like I could be a lot more, take more advantage of the opportunity that's the present moment. I think we can always optimize that, and it comes down to managing our minutes. Managing time is the most important thing. A lot of times people are concerned about their money, and of course, as we should be, but we should also be very conscious about our time and where our time is going, and if we can invest some of that time responsibly to, get some results down the road. It's already 2020, at the start of a new decade. We've all got a fresh decade. We're all on the same page, starting off with the fresh decade, and whatever level you're at, you can always level up. No matter what level you're at, you can always level up. And I think the point is we should always be striving to get better, because you're only getting better or you're getting weaker. There's no in between. We're getting stronger or we're getting weaker. We're getting better or we're getting worse. And the decision is solely up to us as individuals, up to you, up to me, to decide where our futures will be in 3 years, in 5 years, in 10 years, 20, and so on. With so much uncertainty, nobody really knows when any of us are going to go, which is why, it's so important to redline it every day. But at the same time, work is life. Work is really life. Having fun is an excellent thing. I would never be an advocate for not having fun. I think having fun is important, but work is life. We are here for a purpose. We're all here for a purpose, and we need to dig and dig and dig and dig and dig until we find that purpose. And once we find that purpose, we need to dig and dig and dig and dig further. And I guess there's no real bottom to hit. I guess just a whole lot of digging. But I think by the age of 32, I've come to accept that, realize that, be happy about that, and prepare myself for that mentally, physically, spiritually, over everything, and put my digging hat on and just get to digging. And I want to be a lot more consistent about sharing my journey, because of the opportunity that I have to connect with you, wherever you are, whoever you might be. I'm definitely not big at all online, and some of the people I've already met are some pretty awesome people. So I can only imagine if I can increase my time spent, connecting and reaching out with people online through these avenues, that, hey, I'll make some more cool connections. And that's really all I'm looking to do, is, improve myself and find people who are looking to do the same thing and improve those who are all around us. And, now it's just a Sunday, cruising on a Sunday out here in Mission Bay. And I'm going to be taking a little ride up the 5 freeway later on. So we'll go ahead and take you guys for a quick little spin. Time to get it rolling. Put that pedal to the metal. Again, I got my Machine Micro, so I'm going to show you guys that later on. And let's head over to the office, and I'll take you guys cruising on a Sunday. Let's go.